Hey guys, so I am back to give you an update on my hair progress. I am on a journey to grow my edges back fuller, thicker, and longer. And I had tree braids a little over a year ago, and that last set of braids, yeah, they were quite bad for my edges. So in my last video, I showed you guys how I was going to stimulate the growth because my hair was stunt. Although it did grow in, it just didn't grow that long and it didn't fill in right and whatever. So I cut it down to the healthy part so that it can stimulate the growth. So out of 2 years, my hair only got to like right here in some spots, and it just needed some help. And I know a lot of people was like, why would she cut it? If it's trying to grow, why would you cut it? Well, like I said, within 2 years, it didn't get that far in length, so it just needed a boost. It didn't make sense to hold on to stunt growth. And like you guys know, I always start off my hair journeys with a nice cut or a trim, just to get that hair just to, you know, have a great start. So anyway, so that's the deal. Now, after I did my last video of me cutting my hair, when I got off camera, well, actually a couple of days later, I realized that I didn't go back far enough to cut my hair. So I kind of like just cut around the perimeter right here, but I needed to go back further. And I'll show you guys a picture of my edges. The way my stylist braided my hair, she French braided my hair past its original hairline. So she braided my hair pulled back this far. And this side really got it the worst. So what I had to do was, like I said, after a few days after I did the last video, I had to go in there and recut it. And I cut it down a little bit lower too. So I had to go back back to here. Just like that picture I showed you guys. And ironically, my hair has filled in a whole lot, but the edges right here are still thin though. Actually, this part right here was so tight and so pulled up to where, I don't know if you guys can see this little indentation line right here. My hair was pulling like this so much to it made my, what's this called? My follicles actually sit up. And it used to be worse, but I guess by me massaging and working with it, kind of like laid it down. Can you see this little shiny little line part here? So yeah, as long as that's sitting up, my hair won't grow in that spot. And the reason why I know is because the line was further back at first, and I massaged it and worked with it till I laid the line down, and that part started growing in. So once I can get this to lay down, actually it looks a whole lot better. But once that lays down, then it'll grow in faster. So yeah, I see a lot of progress just in these last, I think I cut my hair, the first day I cut my hair was on April the 10th. That's when I started my journey. And for those who don't know, I'm going for a whole year of growing in these edges. So from April 10th, 2015 to, I'll just say April 10th, 2016. I don't know the exact date, but it will be a year from April 10th. I think it's April 12th, 2016, but I'll check the calendar and I'll have it on the screen somewhere. But yeah, so I'm on a journey to grow my edges in thicker, fuller, and longer. And like I said, I had to go back further and do some more cutting. So I'll be showing some pictures throughout the video too. I have a picture that I had taken 3 pictures, and I was in my truck and I said, well, let me see how my hair looks on camera. So I took my camera and I took those pictures, and it was so thin on my side of my edges. Now you really can't hardly see thin spots. And I'm going to tell you how I got these edges to grow in thicker and fuller. But the first thing I did when I cut it, that stimulated the thickness and the growth. A lot of you girls are probably saying, why, you know, I still don't understand why you cut it. It didn't make any sense. Well, like I said before, it was to stimulate the growth because the hair was stunt, which means it stopped growing. And I cut down to the good deep part. which made it thicker and fuller. So it looked like I got a hair transplant around my edges. And it actually grew out some too. It was kind of like shorter, but. So you're probably wondering, well, Nezi, how are you going to hide your your edges? How are you going to hide your little transplant? Well, right now I really can't hide it, but when I wear my hair down, I can hide it a little bit better. So I'm going to show you a picture of how I wore my hair to the Mayweather versus Pacquiao fight. All I did was slick it down with my smooth edges. Well, Dream Kids Olive Miracle Smooth Edges right here. And I slicked it down, and then I took my hair and I covered it up. So that's how I was able to hide that. Now once it grows out, I don't know how I'm going to camouflage it. Either I'm going to have to cut it down to this part, or I'm just have to keep continuing to hide it until whatever. But as you guys can see, this is actual hair right here that was broken off. This is not edges. This was actual hair. This is actually this right here. And that's how far back she had pulled my braids to, you know, to French braid them. That's how tight they were. It was pulled way back here. My natural hairline does not start back here. My natural hairline starts up here. So like I said, I still have these little dippings right here. So that still has to grow in. Now, hopefully they will grow all the way back in. Sometimes bald spots don't grow in. If your follicles get damaged, they just won't grow in, and it just be bald forever. But luckily, they used to be back here. The baldness used to be back here, so it's coming up. And even this is filled in and stuff too. Great progress, great progress. So you're probably wondering, well, how did you get those edges to get so thick and full and grow in? I'm going to show you the products that I used this time. Now, in 2012, I had some tree braids, and she braided my hair the same exact pattern, but well, it wasn't as bad as 2013, but she hit the same spots, which made this time around my hair wouldn't grow in as fast and as thick. And so the last time I did my, I grew my edges back in, all I did was just use grease and, well, not grease, but just regular hair products, massaging and stuff like that. But this time I had to go out and buy some stuff, y'all. So I'm going to go through the things that I've been using, and I'm going to tell you how I did it, and I'm going to show you products. So I only use 1, 2, 3, 4 products. And yeah, so let's get started on what I used. Now, I had used the Dr. Miracle's Temple and Nape Balm. Now this, I messed up the writing on here, so I can't really see the name of it anymore. But this is what it looks like. It's just a little balm. And this is to help stimulate the growth of your hair. Now, I'm thinking that you guys can use this on any part of your scalp that has a bald spot. So it doesn't really have to just be used on your edges. It can be used anywhere that it has a problem spot. So this is what I did. Now, this is supposed to be used. How's this? Yeah, so this is supposed to be used. You're supposed to put this on your scalp for 30 days, twice a day, I believe. Like I said, I messed up the writing, but I'm gonna tell you guys something. I didn't use this for 30 days. I used it only for like 5. I'm gonna tell you why. The reason why I used it for 5 days, because after all the products I used with all the tea tree oil and all the minty stuff that was in there, it made my scalp tender. Plus, you have to massage it in. I didn't want to thin it out by massaging it in for 30 days. So I figure I'll just do it maybe for 5 days just to stimulate the growth and get it going. Because like I said, guys, after 5 days, and then after I did this last product, boy, my scalp was tender. And I didn't want to bald myself or thin my hair out more. I didn't want to set myself back. So, although I only used it for like 5 days, it really stimulated that growth and got that hair to thicken up. and grow in. So this is what I did. I put this on like this. And then I came down this way. Now see, my hair is not just broke off and bald around the front. It's all up in here too. So I went to the back and I had to get down in it, y'all. Had to come forward too. So I didn't just want to just do around the edges. I wanted to get the whole area that was dead and not growing in. Another reason why I cut my hair down to thicker and more back. Not only because it was broke off back there, but because, like I said in my most popular video, 10 tips on how I got my 4C hair to grow. I realized if I have more hair that's alike together in a unity, it will grow better. So, for example, my hair right here was sort of long, and then like coming towards the front, it was sort of short. It was too long to go to the front, and it was too short to go to the back. So what I did was just cut all that hair together so it can make it stronger. And actually it worked. Now this is something I experienced on my own. This is not a real theory or nothing. But just from experience, that's what I gather. So yeah, you make sure you get everything. So that's what I did. I put this balm on. And I didn't do it for no 30 days. I might do it maybe 5 days out of each month. For like maybe 6 months or something like that. I just didn't want to keep rubbing that spot and burning my scalp off like that. Okay, so the other product that I use is called Dr. Miracle's Follicle Healer Cream. This is an energizing system, and this is also good to maximize hair growth. And this is what I think kind of like really helped my follicles to heal and, you know, just do better. So this is what it looks like. It's a white cream. It's minty, and it's got all the, you know, tea tree oil and all the other good stuff in there too. Now mind you, let me tell you guys something. When I show you this last product, you guys seen it in my other video. I did not know that product was helping my hair grow. So when I edited my last video before I cut it, I said, man, my edges look a whole lot fuller all of a sudden. I don't remember it being that full. But I'm going to tell you guys why. I'm going to show you this first. So this is the Follicle Healer. And this is supposed to, you know, heal your follicles. So I made sure I got the whole area. All around it. This you can use on your scalp for bald spots too. So I already got my hair to start growing, and I got it to fill in so my edges are not as thin as they were. Now this is 5 weeks of hair growth. I was going to try to do, right, today is day 36. I was going to try to do it on day 30, you know, post a video on my progress, but that didn't happen. Alright, so I made sure I did this twice a day. I think one day I missed it. Yeah, I only did it like once a day, but for 5 days, I made sure I put this in before I went to bed at night and when I woke up in the morning. That's how I remember to do it twice a day. Okay, so that is the Dr. Miracle's Follicle Healer Cream. And you can actually feel it working. And it feels like vapor. And it is actually energizing. I can feel the energy. And you can feel the minty feel and the vaporness. Is that a word? The vaporizer working for at least 20 minutes. For at least 20 minutes. Okay. So, yeah. So I will put that on there. Now, let me show you guys. Like I said before, my Smooth Edges Dream Kids Miracle, Olive Miracle edges. Let me tell y'all something. This actually helped my hair grow around here. So, like I said, I didn't realize that my edges had grown in and it was that full until I edited the video. And I have been using this a lot this year. I didn't use it that much last year, but I've been using it a lot lately to slick down my edges. Let me tell you why this is working for my scalp. Do you know that this has biotin in it? This little baby balm here helps because it has biotin in it. I thought that was so awesome. It has something else in there too, like retinol. And they usually have retinol in your products too. You know, for skincare to make your face look younger and stuff like that. So when I would style my hair, like that picture I showed you, that's what I would stick my hair down with. Or before I started taking care of my edges, that's what I would stick my hair back with to lay those edges down. Didn't never realize that it had biotin in it. Actually, a lot of these ingredients that I have in here are in this, the Dr. Miracle's Temple and Nape product. A lot of the ingredients in here are in here. And I was thinking, so why would I need two of the same type of ingredients or products that are so similar? Well, like I said, that one, the Smooth Edges, has biotin in it, and Dr. Miracle's have the other agents to get the hair to grow. So I just thought it would be a great combination, and it worked, y'all. It worked. So that is my 3 products that I had used. So I only use this when I want to slick my edges down. I'm not going to do it now though. But let me tell you guys. So when I went to the fight, I'm sitting there. My friend didn't have no air conditioner on or nothing. It was just a nice, warm but still kind of cool spring night. So I'm sitting in there watching TV, and I started getting hot. So I had my hair out. I took my hair. Well, I asked my friend, I said, do you have a ponytail holder or something I can use to pull my hair because I am hot? So she said, yeah. She says in the bathroom. So I went into her bathroom and got her ponytail holder. I pulled my hair back, guys. I had this greasy. This stuff was so, because ain't nothing but like grease almost. It was running down my face, y'all. It was all down my face, all down my neck, connected and everything. I said, oh, I'm a greasy baby. Ooh, greasy baby. So I said, ooh. So I went on and wiped it off and stuff. And yeah, I won't be using this for the summertime because, yeah, once it gets hot, it'll just run everywhere. And you'll be looking like greasy baby. So, but I just want to tell you guys about that. As far as the ingredient in that product. So I suggest using a regular gel. If you want to stick your edges down right now, just, use a styling gel, regular one, because if you use that kind of edge control, it's going to be greasy and it's going to be sliding down your face. So my last product that I had used was my At One, this is a dry itchy scalp shampoo. Now, let me tell you how I used it. I used this the last day. I didn't use this in conjunction with my other products because had I done that, I would have really been on fire. I said it's just too much. So my suggestion is you can either use a dry itchy scalp shampoo and that's it, or use other products. I don't know if it's a good idea to use all 3 of them like I did, like a crazy woman. My scalp was on fire. But the reason why I use this is because, let me see, before I really started getting into my hair journey, I used to always have an itchy scalp. I did not know how to prevent the itchy scalp when I first started. I didn't know anything about the moisture retention and stuff like that. So I would get my dry itchy scalp shampoo and I would put it all through my scalp and I'll let it sit there and I'll let it just burn all the itch out. This is what it looks like. It's blue. Yeah. It has tea tree oil in it too. So it smells a lot like the other products. But I tell you something, it made my scalp feel so much better. And I used to always scratch bald spots in my hair, in my scalp. And I would use that to heal it. And sure enough, like in a day or two, I would have scabs because I would scratch. That's a medicated shampoo, and it would heal. It would heal those spots that I kept scratching in my head. So yeah, I don't suggest using all of it all at the same time. I suggest if you want to, just use this. You can use this kind of product by itself, or if you just want to set yourself on fire like I did, hey, use that and that. But yeah, Also with this medicated shampoo, you cannot use this directly on your hair without diluting it with water. I had to dilute this. It took me a while to realize that this dried my hair out like a dead crispy bird in the middle of the street on a hot summer day. You know how you see a bird that got hit by a car or something on a hot day and cars keep running over and you just see the little crispy bird wing look like this? That's how my hair was. It was crispy and hard and it was dead. It felt like a Brillo pad. So what I did was I put a little bit of water, I put a little bit of shampoo in another bottle and I filled up with a lot of water and I shook it up just to dilute it and thin it out, and it worked so much better. It wasn't so harsh. That's harsh. But you can use any kind of medicated shampoo to get that hair to grow. So when I did use the shampoo, I just did it around my edges. I didn't put it all through my whole head. I used my regular Dr. Miracle's non-sulfate shampoo. So that's it, guys. So those are the 4 products that I've used. Also, how I'm going to get my hair to grow is once it starts growing out, I'll probably start styling it together or something. I have to get creative with this because this is real crazy how it looks, but I felt like I needed it because it just was not getting anywhere. So the last thing I'm not going to do is add more tension. So I won't be doing any more tight French braids. Anytime I do a braid or any kind of style in the front of my head, it will be me. That way I can feel the tension, and yeah, I won't be pulling and tugging. That's how we get bald, because we continue to keep pulling and tugging around those edges like that. You guys, thank you for listening, and hopefully some of these tips will help you. If you want your edges, stop adding tension. Stop doing it. Just stop. Okay, guys. So that is it. I'll see you in the next video. And hopefully I'll have, we're going to shoot for that flat iron video next Tuesday. If I can get it up by next Sunday, I'll do that too. Ooh, I can feel it tingling right now. You can really, like if you want to boost up the burn, that's what it feels like to burn. You just do it like this. Okay, guys, so that is it. I hope that this was helpful, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.